Ano kung may ginagawa ako, hindi tama eh. Oh boy.
And that's a mark of a true leader and a point guard that wants to disseminate the information to his players. There was a 3-point shot taken in front of them. They're playing a 2-3 zone. That means it was a missed assignment because they're supposed to be guarding a spot on the floor.
That's an accurate breakdown of the point we made earlier. And we're coming down to 5 and 22 as Cortez looks for Daniels, who has not been a factor in the game up to the moment, and drills in his first basket.
But of course, for Barangay Ginebra, all those shooters on the floor really spreads out that 2-3 zone. So the big men have to be active as well down at the post, attacking every time nabubutas yung 2-3.
You get beginning to get the feeling that Alaska's offense doesn't seem to die. It just keeps coming up with answers for Barangay Ginebra every time Ginebra gets to start something going.
Parang pag titingnan mo yung Alaska, may flow yung offensa nila. Yung Ginebra continually searches every time down the court kung ano mangyayari sa offensa nila.
Like, what kind of play are we exactly going to run? What kind of offense do we actually go to? As Daniels and company look inside to Tagiwa. Hook shot does not work. DeVance secures it. DeVance thought about it, decided against it. Starting unit of Alaska has remained practically foul trouble-free for the last 7 minutes. Nice pass inside. Hinanapan pa ng mahirap na daan.
I really feel at some point they have to get the ball and make sure the ball doesn't go to LA Tenorio because he's the key. In this quarter alone, LA Tenorio already with 4 assists.
Tagiwa checking if anybody was trailing it. Ball decided to pop out. Tenorio would have handled it, but nobody in a white shirt ready to pick it up. Tubit lets it fly. Bang! And an early surge by Tubit with 9 of the 16 Ginebra points. But that 16-point total is scary if you're Ginebra in the context of the series.
That's the point they had in the first quarter. But then, he's got those 9. And Ginebra, again, living on that 3-point shot at the moment. 4 out of 7 so far.
Tenorio letting it fly with 2 seconds of the shot clock. And DeVance now with 7 points.
Rebounds. That's been the key to Alaska in that first game. They were at 9 more rebounds against the best rebounding team in the league. Barangay Ginebra, although they're shorter, has to put more emphasis on boxing out.
Another missed shot by Ginebra and a conversion on the other end. And the lead is 10.
Strange. Joe DeVance has been getting away with that shot. Remember in game number 1, meron siyang nakuha 2 ganyan at the end of the game that were critical. So that means whoever his man is has to find him because it's a cross matchup. Ayun na naman, libre naman si DeVance. Just didn't see him.
You mentioned that in the first game. You were wondering why DeVance was getting away so early as he was. So it's almost looking like he was cherry picking. Yung mga kalaro mo na may depensa ka ba? Bumababa na kaagad. In the meantime, it is now a 28-16 count. Alaska with its biggest lead of the game. Let's go back to the point you were making about, well, let's start with this first.
We said that Alaska, they had to compete on the glass if they want this to be, if they wanted to get a 2-0 lead. But so far, they have dominated the Gin Kings 14-5.
I was going to make a point of what you were saying, that LA Tenorio seemed to be the starting point of everything for Alaska. Maybe defensively, it has to be, is it a back-to-back timeout situation here?
I think it might be a back-to-back situation.
Because we're already at the 2:18 mark. I think we are in a... Yes, we are. We'll be right back. Back with this live 28-16. 2 minutes and 6 remaining, and as we take a look at Cortez trying to shake off Tenorio, the get back to the subject that we wanted to develop as Miller plays the two-man game with Dumeng. Now let's look at Tenorio bring the ball up. Should Ginebra, and I'm asking Jason right now, do something different on Tenorio?
You hate to overreact as a coach, especially since LA did not have a spectacular game one. But so far in this game, he's hurting them a lot. 5 rebounds and 5 assists. At some point, probably have to send 2 guys, especially trapping him during pick and rolls and stuff like that, just to get him off his rhythm, because it seems like he's very much in rhythm here in the first half.
This is the first opportunity for Ginebra to have back-to-back hits.
And both of those baskets coming from an assist courtesy of Willie Miller. And better yet for them, it's coming in, or the points are from inside points, things that they needed. Because in game number 1, the combination of Rudy Hatfield, Enrico Villanueva, Eric Meg, and Yancy De Ocampo were 4 out of 16 from the field. And I believe only De Ocampo had points in that game.
And they were all in the first quarter. We had Sunday Salvacion with that first one. You wanted to say?
At malamang yun, hindi pa inside points yun.
Dahil
alas din tumira sa labas si Yancy nung game 1.
Salvacion was guilty of that foul, and we have Tenorio getting his first rest. Hugnatan is in. Hugnatan will not play point guard, trust me on this one. And look at this. De La Cruz has just made 2 for 2 and restored a 10-point lead for the Aces. 1 minute and 3 remaining. Miller to Mank, Cortez. Miller, shake, Meg. He's sandwiched. Shot clock at 5. Salvacion looks offline. He is. Simpson. DeVance already asking for the ball ahead. Nathan says, should I wait? Maybe he should. Baguio now is at the point. De La Cruz hesitates. Shot clock. Trimming down to 7. That hook shot has not been there for Simpson. DeVance. Now, rebound battle. It's against somebody from Alaska.
Looks like it's going to be Reynel Hugnatan over the back.
Tim Cone and company, they have a lead similar to the lead, just about so. They had the 22-16 lead at the end of the first quarter of game 1. And they will emerge ahead at the end of this opening quarter, dictating again the mood of this game. Cortez snaps. Simpson with Salvacion battling him, and Alaska will get probably the last shot of the quarter.
One of the biggest heroes really for Alaska has to be Diamond Simpson, controlling the glass for his team.
Baguio will go, and pass off at the last moment. De La Cruz.
And the score is 30-20 in favor of the Alaska Aces.
And the Aces emerge with their heads above the water, leading by 10. And game 2 of the quarterfinals rolls along here from the Astrodome after these important messages. And we're getting a kick out of a guy who has to put the ball in with a blindfold on, and the instructions are all getting mixed up. And that's going to come up. Well, we're still haven't done 3/4 of this, but that's also a series that's getting to be very interesting. We've got a good-sized Sunday crowd joining all of you, wherever you may be, during the quarterfinals of the PBA Fiesta Conference. 30-20, and again, the onus shifts over to Barangay Ginebra to start thinking of something. This is a short series.
For Barangay Ginebra, they're a very good defensive team, one of the teams that really limit their opponents in terms of getting good shots. They failed to do that in the first quarter, allowing Alaska to shoot 50% from the field. Plus, they were also they did not do well from getting the rebounds as well. That's a very bad combination.
In the first quarter of play, 3 players led their respective teams. From Alaska, they had Simpson as well as DeVance chipping in 9 apiece, while Tubin had 9 points. Here's Salvacion being surrounded by De La Cruz. Miller posting up. Baguio on him. Shot clock at 9. Miller drops it inside. Somebody has just bothered the pass. Here's Baguio spearheading the attack. Looking left, looking right, pulls up quickly. Can't get it to fall inside. Ment is there to collect it.